everybody, it's Brittany from the Madison Library District. Today for STEM we are going to be working on rubber band cars. So let's get to it. Okay, so in your packet you are going to get 3 pieces of skewer. As you can see, 2 of them are about the same length, and then you'll have one that's really long. You'll also get 4 bottle caps with a hole in the center already punched through, and then 1 big piece of straw, and then 2 smaller pieces. They should be about the same length when you put these 2 together to equal that one. 2 popsicle sticks and 3 rubber bands. You will also need to provide your own hot glue and hot glue gun for this project, for this craft. So let's go ahead and glue our 2 popsicle sticks together. So what you want to do, you want to make sure that it's kind of narrow bodied so we can have this piece back here with the wheels on it, and I'll kind of show you that in a minute once we get there. But just for now, know that this body needs to be narrow. So we're going to do a dab of glue at the tip, if my glue gun will work for me. Make sure to turn on your hot glue gun before you get ready to do the craft so your glue is nice and ready. Okay, go ahead and stick that on top of it. So alright, and then we're going to take our straws and glue that here. Kind of push it in towards the center more. And then okay. And we're also going to put this other piece at the top. Alright, so we've glued our 2 pieces down at the bottom and then the bigger piece at the top, and that's going to be where we thread through our wheelbase, or our axle if you want to get all technical with it. Alright, so now we are going to build our wheels. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of our shorter pieces of skewer, and I'm going to poke it through the hole. And you kind of want it through a little bit, but not very far. And I'm going to go and stick it through, just like that. And then we're going to take and put our other wheel. And I'm not going to glue, eventually we're going to put glue on either side of this to kind of keep our wheels stuck. But I want to do the other side first before I make anything permanent, so the wheels are equally spaced. And I'll show you what I mean in just a second after I get this through. Okay, so same thing through the hole, and we want it facing outwards. We don't want the cap like this. We want it like the inside of the cap facing away from your vehicle. And you're just going to go straight through those straws. And then we're gonna squish it through there. You might need to have an extra set of hands, but we'll see if I can make it work. There we go. Okay. Alright, we want to make sure that it can rotate so we can still have a moving car here. So everything seems good. My wheels seem good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some glue after I fix that. So see how they're kind of squirrely on the stick there? We're going to put some glue right around the base there to make it stick. If I can get the glue to go for me again. So I'm sure your glue job will be way better than that and nicer, but for all intents and purposes, it will work, no matter how pretty it looks. I'm just sticking glue around the stick. Okay, and once that dries, it'll make it so the skewer and the wheel are one, but because it's through the straws, it can still move like a car. Sit for a minute. Last piece, and this is how we're going to make our car go. So this rubber band vehicle, you're going to need to have this down the center of it, and you take your rubber band and it'll go like this. Okay, so this is the back of our car. We're going to take one of our rubber bands now, and we're going to wrap around this wheel, and this is just giving our wheel traction. Try not to snap anything off while you're doing that. If it does, no worries, you can just glue it back on. Okay. Just wrapping it around. Alright, so what I was trying to do wasn't working, and since this is science, we tried to figure out our problem, and I figured it out. So what you need to make sure you have, because if you make this base too wide, these two straw pieces will touch and you will not have any skewer there at the end, and you need that piece visible so we can rotate this wheel set. So I cut off some of my straw, and that's totally okay if you do that too on yours, to be able to see this piece, the skewer that's holding these two wheels together to make this work. Cut them for you. Okay, so now I have two pieces. What I'm going to do is we're gonna glue one at the front like we had, place it at the top, stick it there, okay, and make a glue gob there. Try not to get glue on your table. Try to make it as centered as possible. Like I said before, it's not going to be perfect because these pieces are not perfectly shaped. So just kind of hold it there until it's all dry. Okay, see how that's already rotating like I want it to. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a trick that I think will make this hold better. So this is the top of our car. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put some more glue here to connect these two. Don't stick your fingers underneath it because I don't want that hot glue on your fingers, but I want this to kind of attach more. As you can see, my wheels still turn and the stick will stay there. Alright, so I got a rubber band here. I'm going to wrap it around the end, twisting it up. Make sure you're holding onto your car, otherwise it's going to zoom towards you. Alright, and we got our rubber bands on the back for grip. Ready? Here we go! Woo! Guys, that was fun! Hopefully you find enjoyment out of making your own rubber band car. If it's not going as fast as you think it should, maybe try testing some other rubber bands around your house, or maybe if you have your own hair ties, that could work too. I don't know. Good luck and have fun!